Well, good evening, everyone. This is Steve Hall, and hey, thanks for jumping on the webinar here. Excited that you're here and to be able to spend some time with me to be able to talk about the real estate business in terms of some of the ways that you can increase your real estate business and be able to make an extra 10, 20, 30,000, $50,000 or more this year. Um, and so it really, like I say, I know you spend time with me, and time is probably the one and only resource that you can't recover from. So I do appreciate you spending this time with me, getting online and being able to go through this information. I promise you I'm going to bring some value to you and some things to think about in order about what you can do in your real estate business, whether you are a real estate investor or if you're a licensee, an agent, or broker. We'll be covering some information on what I consider are the main pillars of the real estate business, and talk about some of the things that we may be able to share together. So, again, thanks for jumping on this call, and I look forward to chatting with you as we go through this presentation. So, do me a favor while I'm waiting here. I'm stalling here a little bit for people to be able to jump on and see this information. There's a chat box on the right-hand side. If you could just chat to me and say, hi, I can hear you. Yep, I can see you. That would be awesome. And if you have any questions, the chats are private, and so you can ask any questions that you want to. I may answer them on the fly, or I may answer them after we go through this information. So sometimes I get a little tied up in terms of the content that I'm covering, or I know that it's going to be covered at some point. So yeah, feel free to go ahead and chat away. Just say, hey, Steve, I can hear you, I can see you, all is good. So we can kind of get going from there. And two, if you've got any questions or anything that you want to bring up right now, while we're waiting here for a couple of minutes, feel free to do so. Again, that chat box is on the right-hand side. Yep, okay, good. I'm glad you can hear me. That's awesome. Okay. Hello. Yep, hi, Michael. I see you there. Cool. Very cool. Okay, well, again, my name is Steve Hall, and what I'm going to do is go through some content here about the real estate business. And again, I'm assuming that you've got some knowledge of real estate, at least can say the word, right? But chances are you probably have been into it or want to get into it for a while now. So again, thanks for connecting here, and let's start off. So just a real quick introduction. Again, my name is Steve Hall, and I'm the principal at Find Fast Real Estate. I'm a published author and a nationally recognized professional real estate coach and trainer. I've had the great fortune of working with a number of people throughout the nation, some famous people too. You'll probably recognize this guy. This is Paula Sajan, and then his big brother J.D. Sajan, and then Tham Merrill. This is the Flip This House team that was based out of New Haven, Connecticut. They've since moved to the West Coast, but had a chance to work with them for a number of years, and they're really, really awesome guys. This gentleman here is Brendan Burchard. Connected with him this year, and one of the things that Brendan helped me out with a lot was taking my technical expertise, and be able to format it in a way that what I call is very tactical and practical, in that I've been through a lot of real estate training myself. And there's a lot of philosophical programs that are out there, like, well, what about this, what about that, and I'm not that type of person. And so what I did was, in my program, I wanted to put my information together in order to make it more tactical and practical for the people using my information. And so that's exactly what I've done, and so really thankful that Brendan was able to help me out with that. You probably recognize this guy here too. Damon John from the hit TV show Shark Tank. So got to a chance to meet up with him, connect with him and some of his folks. And so, yeah, I've had the great fortune of working with some really, really, really amazing people throughout the years. I've also had a chance to really coach thousands of students nationwide, doing millions of dollars of deals. We've done commercial deals, residential deals, mobile homes, vacant land, private lending, passive real estate investing. We've really covered the gamut. So again, I've been extremely fortunate to do that. I've been in a training and coaching capacity since 1989, and then 2005 when Trump was going around doing his $1 million speeches with the Learning Annex. I went into real estate full-time in 2005, so I've been doing real estate full-time since 2009 or 2005. Yeah, and it's really a great lifestyle and a great business to be involved with. So what I want to cover are what I talk about, the 6 pillars of the real estate business. In that, the first one is finding deals, and I can tell you, I mean, the real estate, and you probably know this too, if you've been in real estate for a period of time, last 3 to 6 months has changed significantly. I mean, in terms of finding deals, you know, the interest rate on real estate loans is at an all-time low. There's been a lot of pent-up demand for real estate, and I know a lot of people have said, you know, I've gone out and bid on properties, and they've gone for way more than what they should. And so what I want to do over the finding the real estate deals is ways that you can find properties that other people aren't doing it. And I want to show you, in fact, I've got one technique that is a way to get motivated sellers to actually call you as an investor or as an agent or broker. You know, I've been around long enough, and I've heard the farm and the door knocking thing and all that kind of stuff, and I'm not really a big fan about that, because you're really showing up on people's doorstep kind of like an uninvited guest. And so there's some really cool ways to go out and get deals. I mean, we'll talk about bandit signs and yellow letters and all that type of stuff, but there's some other higher end ways that you can find deals that others aren't finding, that are engaging especially motivated sellers to connect with you as opposed to anybody else. So finding deals is really a large part of any successful real estate business. Finding buyers, and so I think it was 2013, over 40% of the residential transactions in the U.S. were cash-only deals, meaning that a big chunk of those were real estate investors. And so having the systems in place, having the means by being able to find the buyers and put them into your pipeline, I think is critically important. As an agent or broker, you know, on average throughout the U.S., you probably know this, is that if you're a listing agent, typically your listing fee is 3% of the commission on the property. If you're the buyer's agent, then it's usually, again, 3% on the property. If you've got the buyers lined up, once you take down a listing and you've got your list of buyers all ready to go, well, what does that mean for you? Just imagine what that could mean for you. Instead of getting 3% of the deal, now you're getting 6% on the deal. And even if you take it a step further, if you are selling it to an investor buyer, then you might have the opportunity of listing that property again and getting 9% of that deal. And so if you were to take, let's say the average home is $150,000 throughout the U.S., and if you were average, which I'm saying that you're not because you're here with me tonight, but let's just say that you're the average realtor and they take down the 3%, well, that's $4,500 in your pocket. If you were able to bring your own buyer to the table and work with that investor buyer and turn around and list that property, even if you didn't increase the value or sell it at a higher number, I mean, that would be $4,500, $9,000, $9,000, $13,500 on the same house, on the same property, with not that much more work. So having your buyers list, I think having your buyers list and your buyers in a pipeline, I think is a huge aspect in terms of having a successful real estate business. Finding funding. And I think finding funding is a very important aspect.